All right, we started a chat with the ELEGBETE1 of sports, and I'm going around the globe trying to find out how, people are dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic in different countries. Here in Nigeria, we've really tried our best, especially in Lagos. The governor of Lagos State and the entire medical support team have done well. SCDC, everybody, and even the citizens have also done well. And the stay at home here, there's a lockdown in Lagos, Abuja, and Ogun State. We're managing it very well, and then the partial lockdown in other states. But then I have with me Kelvin Isaac from in Kenya. I think you're in Nairobi, if I'm not mistaken, or you're in Kinshasa. Kelvin, how are you?
Nairobi. Fine, thank you. How are you, ELEGBETE?
I'm good. Kelvin is a resource person and a friend, and works with our sister company, Nairobits in Kenya, and we have EcoBits in Lagos. But beyond that, he's a man of many caps, and he does a whole lot of things. But we're going to focus on first. Let's start with Nairobits. How is Nairobits going?
Nairobits is fine. I nowadays only consult with them. I don't work there full time, so I consult part time. I still mentor students from Nairobits from time to time. But currently, all educational systems have been closed in Nairobi, Kenya, and it's been like that for like 3 weeks now.
Okay, talking about closing activities in Kenya and Nairobi, is it as a result of the COVID-19, right?
Yes, it's as a result of COVID-19. But for example, in Kenya, what happened, first of all, the schools were closed first. So it's only until yesterday, on Monday, that they started with a lockdown. But it's a lockdown in terms of the major cities that are hotspots for COVID-19 cases. So this is Nairobi, Mombasa, and Kwale.
Okay,
so these areas, yeah?
What's the statistics like? How many infected persons do you have in the whole of Kenya?
Currently, we have 172. Waiting for the latest. 172.
Okay, 172. And then do you have
172.
Has anybody died of the COVID-19 in Kenya?
Yes, sadly, four people have died already, and 2 people have recovered.
Okay, because there is this argument that COVID-19 does not survive in regions that have temperature above 37 degrees Celsius, and Kenya is supposed to be one very, very humid country. If my memory serves me well, how hot is Kenya in this time of the year?
Right now, Kenya is around 28, 29 degrees Celsius. But you see, that's that theory has been overruled since we already have cases in Africa.
Okay, so how have your government responded to it in terms of, now they started a lockdown on Monday, means that not going out for businesses, no work. Have your government responded to it in terms of providing palliative? Are there any palliative for the people? Like maybe, like in the US, for instance, there's 1,200, 2,500, 2,400 for people, depends on your level of earnings and tax and all that. And then there is a small business loan from the $2 trillion that was given out. In Italy, for instance, I know I spoke to someone and he talked to me about them being given 600 euros and 1,000 euro and so on and so forth. Is there anything like that in Kenya? Isaac?
So what's happening in Kenya? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking a bit.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So what is happening in Kenya, in Nairobi, the lockdown is not in and out of Nairobi, but business continues till 7. So the curfew starts at 7 and then ends at 5 a.m. So you see there's still activities, essential services are still going on, but most of us are working from home. Most guys are working from home. So what the government has done is they've already set up a hospital, and they're trying to get ICU beds ready and ventilators ready. So that's the much they've done, and they're limiting movement into Nairobi. So the only people who can move inside Nairobi are food vendors. So those are the only trucks being let inside Nairobi at the moment. So
okay,
so far it's a little bit flexible.
Okay. Have you noticed any increase in prices of commodities like hand sanitizers, face masks, and a couple of other things like that? Have you noticed any hike in prices?
Yes, during the first and second week, the prices were really high. For example, it was 1,500, which is like 4 times the price that it usually goes for.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
But that changed. But that changed because the government started producing lots of hand sanitizers and distributing them to the market. So the prices have decreased as an event of that. So because the government are giving it out for free, so the prices have decreased. But it hasn't reached everyone yet. But as a result, the prices have decreased from the peak that was there earlier. So right now you'll find at around 600, like a bottle that's 500 ml or 600 ml.
Okay. So generally, let's go back. What is the situation of sports in Kenya like? You know, you guys are the king of long distance in Africa. You know, so for sports, for athletes, and then for football, the Kenyan Premier League, right? What was the situation before this lockdown, and then what is it like right now?
Before the lockdown, Kenya was supposed to host 2 major events. The World Rugby Championship was supposed to be hosted sometime in August, and also we were supposed to host the under-19 athletics. So you see, it was cancelled as a result of COVID-19. So even the people who are preparing for the Olympic, most of our athletes who are preparing for Olympics, they've already they already had to change their schedules just before Olympics were cancelled. So as a result, most of them are just practicing at home because almost all the gyms are closed. As for football, football is kind of a little bit tricky in Africa because most African countries don't have enough funds for their players. Yeah. So even before COVID-19, most Premier League in Kenya were struggling with upkeep and paying players. So as a result, right now, there's no Premier League going on. Most of the players are really going through a really hard time. But the government on Tuesday, they mentioned something about releasing some 100 million from the sports fund. But you see, this money is also going to cover artists, performing artists. So this money was meant to cushion them a bit from what is happening because all bars and restaurants are closed.
Okay,
there's no sports going on.
Okay, Isaac, Kevin, before you go further, I need to get something. What do you mean by this sports fund? What do you mean by sports fund? What is sports fund? Explain that to me, please.
There's an existing sports fund in Kenya. So what the sports fund does, it has money that people use. So in the event of such a problem, what is happening right now, the government has money that is set aside for, say, for some events. So right now, because there are no events,
who contribute this money? Is it the government?
Yeah, it's the government.
Okay.
It's majorly funded by the government and some private entities.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But most of it comes from the government and royalties collected.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin, for your time. We just wanted to catch updates with what is happening in Kenya. And for those of us who would love to travel to Kenya after the COVID-19 whole thing is gone, what are the places you would advise someone to travel to in Kenya? And if I'm traveling to Kenya, what are the do's and don'ts? What are the things I should avoid, and what are the things that I should do, or the places I should go?
Okay, if you're coming to Kenya, obviously we have a national, so you can do that, and by that time also naturally the social distancing because there are lines around and just, so that's the places that you can visit. And also Mombasa, we have a really nice coast with white sandy beaches. So Mombasa, Nairobi National Park, and you can visit some parts in Kisumu. Kisumu is at the western part of Kenya, where next to Lake Victoria. So there are nice tourist spots there.
All right. All right, thank you very much. And how soon are you going to be coming to Nigeria again?
As soon as this is done, I'll be coming to Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much.
As soon as we are done with all these things.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Kelvin, and we hope to speak to you soon or see you soon.
Okay, you too. Stay safe, stay at home. Try and hand wash as much as you can. Don't do anything unnecessary. Don't go out when it's unnecessary.
All right, thank you very much.
Bye.
I'm working from home, so I don't go out that much. Thank you very much for your time.